Good morning. And it's time to get up. So, a little person is still sleeping. Lucky for some. But I am going to sneak out of this room while she's sleeping. And yeah, I leave her in the bed so she doesn't wake up. Because I realize that if I leave her in her next to me sleeper, she very quickly notices that mummy is gone. So when mummy's going to do her stupid o'clock shenanigans, baby can sleep in the main bed and still smell mummy's scent. Lovely and beautiful and warm and lovely. Go to that kitchen. Find me something to wake me up. And here we are. Good morning. Our day is about to start. So this is the kitchen. This is the reason I wake up early, actually, because I don't know if you have kids, you will realize this to be a very sad but true fact of life. Once the kids are awake, once you have especially a little one who is very keen on being in mummy's arms, you cannot get anything done. A 5-minute job takes you all day long to do. So I just wake up early, even though I absolutely hate it. I wake up early so I can actually do some tidying up and have a little bit of grown-up time. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up all the dishes that are in that lot. That ironing over there is ironing that I did yesterday. So that's good mess, but that still has to be tidied up. And I'll probably just put that upstairs as soon as people wake up. And that ironing over there is ironing that I did yesterday. So that's also got to go into the bedrooms and be tidied up. As you will realize, ironing is kind of the bane and the reality of my existence. I went to school, got a good old degree, worked really hard so I can do lots and lots of ironing. Yay! Oh my God, yeah, it is pretty painful. And we don't have a housekeeper, in case people will try and tell you we're all about that Instagram life. No, we do not have a housekeeper. Mummy pretty much does the ironing, the cooking, the cleaning on her own. And trust me, there's a lot of it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up the mess that's in the sink. The stove needs a good little spray, so, this baby's going to come out and work. That baby's going to come out and work. I'm just going to spray that right now because it needs a few minutes for it to set. It's just antibacterial spray, but it gets rid of the mess. We had soup last night, and I suppose it's because, you get kids helping you, and my daughter was helping, so whenever she's helping, we end up with a very helped-on stove for some strange reason. So, yeah, I'm going to tidy up this mess. That could have been washed, but I'm not even going to say anything. I just wake up in the morning and I do it. Because if I start complaining about who's doing dishes and who's not doing dishes, I will just absolutely lose my mind. This is the reason I wake up early. So I'm just going to tidy that up, take these clothes off that rack, and fold them up ready to be ironed today. I do a little bit of ironing every single day, and I'm going to take this stuff because the stuff that I put on to wash before we went to bed, so I'm going to take that out. If I did put it on, I don't think I started the cycle. I'll have a check. Hopefully I did. But if not, I'll just start the cycle and it'll be ready by the time people wake up, and I'll do the ironing later on today. Yay, that's great. If you're wondering how I managed to do all of this stuff, lists, and just plenty of lists. I'll show you one of my lists. So I have this list, which tells us what we're eating during the week. So every single week, I will make a list of what foods are going to be consumed. This is one of my favorite lists, but I get that as a treat to myself just every so often. Very rarely, but it does happen when mummy wants to treat herself. What can I say? They're like, the best basic sushi thing in the whole of town. Then we have another list, which is this one. This is brilliant. This is a calendar. I can't remember who made it, but I'll have a little check and see. And I'll link to it in the description as well. So it's a really, really cool thing. And it's not horribly expensive. It's one of those calendars which it sorts out your life and it sorts out your entire family's life. So just to give you an example, December 2020, which is end of this year, it's got a slot for, I put mum, dad, Ano, Vongai, and the last section is other. So it really only works if there's like 5 members to your family, but I still think it's pretty amazing. I still think it's pretty cool. So I'll put down whatever appointments that we all have. It's not so great now because the kids are still young enough for it to be meaningful, really. But as they grow up, they'll have, school practices, they'll have after school clubs, they'll have friends parties and all these different social things they have to do. So this will get filled up with other people's diaries and it will just be brilliant, I imagine. So I'm an instant fan of that calendar. So that's going to stay. So I have that list, which tells us what food we're having. I have that list under there somewhere, which tells us what activities we're going throughout the month. And I have that list, which tells us what we're doing throughout the day. And so we have tidied up. These clothes hadn't quite dried out, so I'm just leaving them to dry on various radiators around the house. And the washing hadn't been set off, so that's also just going. So everything is kind of tidied up. Oh, I forgot to put away the pots and pans. I shall do that later. I'm too tired because now I have to move on to part 2 of my little morning. That took me just much longer than it should have done because I was too busy. Yes, I'm guilty. I was busy on YouTube and Facebook and chatting to people because we're all in different time zones, so it's quite tempting to have little chats in the middle of the morning. So Mama probably did her stuff in about 20 minutes, but she just very happily wasted the rest of the time. I just wasted about 40 minutes on social media. That is a time black hole right there. Anyway, I'm off now to do the second part of my morning. Yay! You're going to wonder what that water's about, aren't you? Let's find out. We've got to be very quiet when we're in the house. Let's turn this light on. Oh yeah, I forgot my computer on, didn't I? Genius. Alright, so we are in here. Put that baby down. This is so sad. I do the most low impact, most quiet workout I've ever done in my entire life. I've got to turn this down because I'm going to be confined to this one little room for the next half an hour. And this is how this room is looking right now. It is looking a delicious mess. Surprise, surprise. I'm not even going to try and deal with that right now because, I'm not in the mood. I'm sorry. It's like when you look around the room and you think to yourself, when I went to bed at 7 o'clock last night and I left my baby girl, firstborn, with her daddy in the living room, it was not looking this much of a mess. Granted, it wasn't looking amazing, but you always wake up in the morning and you just feel like a tornado just struck. And this is the fun office. Oh, God, yes. It's a mess. I forgot my computer on. So the computer's on. But this is the little workspace where all the fun happens. Mama's little freedom chair, which is seriously cool, very comfy, and it's great because I spend a lot of time on there. So the second half of my morning, well, not second half even, the second part of my morning is going to start this way. Forgive the mess. I'm one of those people who just works in organized mess. I have piles of things everywhere, just piles, 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 piles. And I know what the piles mean, and they should not be moved. And thankfully my husband now understands that because he's had his head torn off more than once when it comes to the piles. So the next thing that I'm doing right now is I am going to be looking at my workout, and I shall be doing my workout. I'm going to show you what I'm doing at the moment in just a moment. Yes, so this is happening. I am doing my workout for today, which is on grokr.com. Not a paid endorsement, people. It's just what I'm doing today. So I quite happen to like challenges. And as it's the new year, they have a New Year's weight loss or get fit challenge going at the moment. And this one is called Muscle Up, I think. So I'm a part of this challenge. And I'm basically trying to get my muscle mass back after months and months of being pregnant and then being sedentary. So yeah, today I'm doing a workout which is going to be pretty intense because these guys are pretty intense. Yeah, so this is a 16-minute workout with Pace and Go, who are on grokka.com. And then coming out of that, I'm going to do a workout that I've been doing all week, which is an abs yoga, which is an 8-minute workout, which still hurts like crazy. Because, of course, as you probably don't know, actually, I had a C-section. And I had a C-section 4 months ago. And yeah, so I've just decided, you know what, sod it, I'm not going to wait for like an entire year before I do any meaningful abs exercises and not just hollowing out my stomach and all sorts, because my stomach looks a road wreck. So I've started doing more intense workouts and, you know, sort of like leg raises and stuff like that. But this workout, regardless of leg raises, is a killer. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to start my half an hour of workout now. And then I'll be on to part 3 of my morning. And all this before the kids even wake up. I will get called upstairs to give a feed, probably once or twice, before they wake up properly. But they're not actually awake, and I'm doing this. This is mummy time right now. This is happening. Laters. So, despite my best efforts, now, an hour and 15 minutes after I finished my first workout, I am back downstairs. Whilst I was doing my workout, I got summoned upstairs by a certain somebody who was desperate for a drink. Only she was also desperate for a little chat. So she had a little chat with me for over half an hour while I lay there feeling very sorry for myself, and then had a bit of a complaint. And only after an hour or so of complaining at me, she accepted another feed and then took herself to sleep as if nothing had happened. So I have lost a good hour and 15 minutes of my morning, but hey ho, it is what it is. I'm not going to do the next 10 minutes of my workout, which means I won't have any time to do any work before people wake up because my other daughter is going to nursery, has got to wake up at 7 o'clock. So doing 10 minutes workout and then my day really does begin. Bye. So I have done my workout and I'm feeling very good. Steffi White, it was a yoga abs thing. So now we are going to the kitchen to do the next part of my day because the work part of my morning has been cancelled, seeing as I was restrained upstairs. So the day is starting. Dear hubby's awake. He wakes up about 6-ish, 6:30-ish. So he's awake right now. And now we're in the kitchen. We are going to get some milk out for my firstborn, Ano, and we're going to make her some milk. So she has milk, just full fat, because, you know, she's like nearly 2. So yeah, we're past the formula phase, thank God. And when she does get up and come downstairs, she's going to have a spoonful of that as well. Just multivitamins for kids, which is a good thing, right? So, gonna make the milk, and then we're gonna go and wake up a little bunny who's upstairs. So, see you guys when we're upstairs, I guess. Bye. Right, so before I go upstairs, that is breakfast. I put it out before I go wake her up because it's just easier to get it done. And that's her milk. I have put up the rest of the clothes, so that's a fresh lot of laundry. That's just gone up. Yay, very exciting. And that's going to be ironed later on today, because of course you have to do a bit of ironing every single day. And now I'm just going to go and wake Ano up, because it's time for her to get out of bed and get ready for nursery. Good morning. Yeah. Time to get up. So somebody's got her milk. Yummy, yummy milk. Good morning. All right, and Mummy's going to get you some clothes to wear, okay? Because today you're going to nursery! Yay! Nursery! No. No? Do you want to go for a walk?
No.
Do you want to go for pie?
No.
Do you want to go for back to sleep?
No.
Do you want to go eat cereal?
No.
Do you want to go potato?
No.
Oh, where do you want to go? It's time for you to get ready and go to nursery. So Mummy's going to find you something to wear, and then you can go and play with your friends at nursery, yeah? And you can say hello to all your friends, and you can go climbing with them and running and playing and drawing, and then I'll see you after nursery. It's a very busy day. So today's clothes are ready, and while she's having her milk, I've just spread her bed. So this is her bed. Still got the cot sides up because she's a roller and a tumbler, and she's not yet able to climb over the edge. So I'm just riding that gravy boat. Yes, I am. I'm riding that gravy boat until, you know, I absolutely can't anymore. So her bedroom is semi-tidy, which is, you know, the permanent state of affairs. And somebody is over there very, very happy having her milk. And once she's finished, we're going to go do potty and have a wash. And hopefully that takes us to just before 8 o'clock. It is now, let me see what time it is now. It is now just gone 7:25. We're running a little bit late because, yeah, I've been too busy holding camera and stuff. Right, so it is 7:25. Normally by 7:15, we'll be finished with our milk and going potty. But, yeah. See you after having a wash. Good morning. Baby's just woken up. Yes. So, you've still got to have a wash, young lady. So come, let's give you a wash. Sweetie, Shonga. Ano? Ano? Shonga. Ano? Oh. Thank you. And then the other one. Yeah.
Peppa has come to visit Kylie Kangaroo.
Thank you.
You think we should have told them we were coming?
Alright, it's nearly time for nursery.
You did say if we were ever past you, we should visit. Oh, yeah, for sure. Kylie, look, it's just a fly.
Hello, Peppa. Hello, Kylie. Hello, George.
Okay.
Bye.
Right, see you later. Have a good day at nursery. Mummy, baby. And we're going to have fun today with someone eating my phone. And Daddy, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Right, now that they are gone, Mummy can have some breakfast. I still haven't showered, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little person upstairs with me, and we're going to have a little shower. Or rather, I'm going to have a shower, and she can just sit and play with toys while I do so. So that's the time, 8:36, and I'm going upstairs to have a shower. Yes, and somebody's trying to play with Mummy's phone because she loves anything that is interesting. So for those days that I don't manage to shower before everyone wakes up, I have my very handy this thing, my cushion and adjoining pillows. if they are ever needed. And I will show you exactly how they can be used and how they are being needed now. So someone has got a front row seat watching Mummy having a shower. So hopefully she does not get bored. Yes, she's already getting bored. Are you already bored? Hey, yeah, I know you are. I'm going to bring you some little fluffy things to play with. Yeah? And then you can keep me company. And I'll be quick, I promise. I'll be very, very quick in the shower. Yeah? Oh. Hello, child. So, you are now washed. Yes, you are. And ready for your day. Only Mummy's about to give you a little drinky. So you can have a little drinky, and after your little drinky, you can hopefully have a nap. It is now 9:15, and Mummy still has not had breakfast because Mummy missed a little hat trick when she was upstairs earlier for an hour and a quarter because of somebody whose name we shall not mention ever, who was doing lots and lots and lots of Lord knows what. But just soothing. I don't know if you're going through a bit of a growth spurt at 4 months. But yeah, that was a heck of a long feed. And a chat. So Mummy is just basically gonna wait until you fall asleep. Which I'm hoping, sadly, which is bad mothering, I know. I'm hoping will be soon because I'm starving. I need food. Can I eat some food, sweetie? If I start to eat, you won't cry, will you? Vongai? If I start to eat, you won't cry? Will you cry if I start to eat? You've got to give me more than that. You can't just tell me. Oh dear. Okay, bye. Alright, and so now for some undisturbed, although a bit messy, mummy time alone, where I actually get to do some work undisturbed for an hour or so, which I'm always eternally grateful for. So just to recap the morning so far, it's now 10 o'clock on a Friday. So Anna's gone into nursery, so I get up at 3:30, I come downstairs, I tidy up the mess from the day before and sort out the laundry, fold it up, ready to be ironed. If there's anything that needs to go into the laundry, I then put that in and it goes in and has a wash. I then come back to the front room and I hopefully get my workout in. I'm only doing about half an hour at the minute because, you know, Vongai's still a bit too young, so, you know, most of the time she calls me back like every hour and a half, 2 at the most. So I know I can squeeze in a half an hour workout after I've tidied up the kitchen. So normally, how things normally work, not today, which has not been an ideal day, but, you know, you roll with the punches. Normally, I will get up and I'll do all those things and I'll do my workout. And by the time that I've finished doing my workout and I sat down and actually had some breakfast, because I have to breakfast very soon after that, which is usually like around 4:35, I've managed to get some breakfast in. She has started to call back for me, so then I'd go back at that point and give her a feed. And after she's had her feed, I come back downstairs and I get some work done. So I sit down and I do 30-40 minutes of work, sometimes an hour, sometimes I'm lucky and I get like 2 hours in, which is always like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And then it's about 7 o'clock then, so then I have to go upstairs. No, sorry. So on nursery days, 6:30, I go upstairs and I have a shower. And then at 7 o'clock, I wake Ano up. I get her ready for nursery. I give her an hour because she's a child. And trust me, that hour, the actual process itself takes about 15 minutes. But you have the odd 30-40 minutes of, you know, sort of messing about with the hair because she doesn't want you to touch her hair, running around, refusing to do this, refusing to do that, telling you that you should be doing it this way, yada, 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 all these different things. So I just give her a solid hour, like, you know what, go crazy, girl. You know, it's like, You want us to run around for like 20 minutes or, just even like messing about and just having fun. That way no one's under any pressure to do things in a hurry. You just have a good time and you just get each other ready. And, an hour later you come downstairs, you have some breakfast. Usually by 7:30 or 8, Vongai's woken up. So she wakes up and she's actually a really good child because she'll wake up and she doesn't complain for a feed or anything. So normally she'll feed around 5 o'clock or 6. And then she's good for another feed until about 9 o'clock, which means that when you come downstairs at 7:30 or 7:45, she's still good. We, finish giving Ano her breakfast, see her off to nursery for like 8:15, and she there waving and everything, all happy and everything. And then you come back and then you basically, give her a feed and then she goes to sleep. Easy peasy. Those are imperfect days. Today has not been a perfect day. So thank you for listening to my rant because, yeah, it is kind of boring, but the struggle is real. It's only 10 o'clock and I already feel like I've lived an entire day. Oh my God. Do you see this? There was wriggling. There was actual wriggling. This little person is fixing to... Oh, you better not be waking up, child. She never moves when she's sleeping. Anyway, nice deep breaths. I will just focus and I will get the work that I need to get done. And if I don't do it today, Saturday is Mummy's day off. So 6 days of the week, I am manic and racing around. But come Saturday, I do nothing. I give the kids to their daddy. He is their father after all. And I just walk away. Sometimes I go out shopping. Sometimes I go for a walk. But most of the time, I just go upstairs and I sleep all day like a lazy teenager. And I feel very entitled to do it because I bust my back all week long. So, yeah. So we'll see how today pans out. I'll keep you posted. Laters. Not even 90 minutes. Yep, today's gonna be a long day. Hey, sweetie. We're doing this. So this is one not very chuffed with mummy individual who's now happily, smile. The smile. Happily in her snowsuit, and she is ready. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, yeah. She is ready, to go for a little walk. Today we are walking down the road to happen in on someone. Mummy planned, of course. Don't worry, we know she's actually there. But we're just walking down the road to just happen in on someone and say hello and howdy do. It's quite a bright day today, but, Scotland being Scotland, it is absolutely freezing outside. So we're going to take our little walk out and have us a jolly old time. Can you see how bright that is? Yeah, I try to get out. When I'm at home on my own with a little person, I try to get out at least once during the day and see another adult. No, that's no diss or anything on you, honey. It's just, Mummy needs to maintain some level of normalcy. Because having one-sided conversations with little gurgly people is fun, but Mummy just wants to go and see somebody and say, hello, how do you do? So we're going for a little walk. Say hi. Say hi to everyone. Say, how are you? We're going for a little walk, aren't we? Where are we going? We're going down the road to the big house, through the forest, into the woods we'll go, and over the little bridge. And we'll go and see... Yes, we'll go see someone. Yeah. It's going to be fun, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, next time you can push. How's that? Okay, right, we're gonna start walking before somebody has a full-on meltdown. She's had her lunch, so she woke up, had her lunch, and now, oh, I gotta do a little time thing, because now it is 12:30-ish. I'll do a little time thing. Hey! Not so great because we're walking right into the sun, but I just wanted you to get a chance to have a look at what our back garden, yes, our back garden literally looks like. So we live backing out onto 2 fields, which is absolutely brilliant. So, you know, this is the reason I moved to Scotland, actually. I mean, besides the fact that, you know, dear husband is Scottish and lives here. But every time that I came here when we were still dating, this place just felt so warm and just so friendly. I mean, not weather-wise, obviously, because it's absolutely freezing. But see, there's our backyard. That's the back garden right there. Land as far as you can see. Nice, isn't it? So it was quite nice as a place to just come and see him at. And I just thought to myself, you know what, I've just totally got to move here. This is brilliant. This is unbelievably beautiful. So, you know, while we're here, because obviously we're renting, and there's the other back garden that we back out onto. Right, so we shall carry on our little walk. Now are you happy that I've got the snowsuit on? I know you forget every time we come out that it is actually really quite cold around here. We'll carry on down on our little walk. But even though she hates having to put her snowsuit on around here and then realizes just how cold it is, the last time, which is Christmas actually, the last time we were down in Warwickshire and we were in the house and it was like normal temperature for folks down there. So where we live, obviously, because it's like a big old granite house, it's quite drafty. It's not very well insulated. I mean, this house was like built in the 1800s. So that was like before any concept of modern insulation had come into effect. So it's lovely and it's warmish, but it's very, very drafty. So there's always a bit of a chill in the air at our house. And you know what, this is actually quite beautiful. I think, you know what, I'm going to start doing just live streams from my channel maybe. What do you think? I'm going to just start doing live streams of the back garden. Honestly, seriously, I'm not even kidding. Because just look at that. When I first moved here from England and we moved into this house, that was before you were even thought of, young lady, or your sister. When I first moved into this house, the first day I was here, I sat down for about 3 hours, just staring into the back garden, like just sitting there, just looking at nature. And it was cold because it was January when I moved. So it was cold and it was kind of misty and foggy, but it was just nice. And you know, the fog would kind of lift a little bit and then it became quite misty again. And it was just really, really nice. And then I realized after 3 hours of just staring blankly into space what I was actually doing. And I was like, oh crap, just lost a whole afternoon. But that's just how amazing. It's indescribable, really. I mean, you've kind of just got to be there and just sort of stare into space and just enjoy seeing greenery around you to appreciate it. And hopefully little babies will take it for granted. Yes, you will. You'll take it for granted that there's greenery around you. Because where Mummy used to live before you were born, yes, before you were born, where Mummy used to live, there was not all this greenery. It was a concrete jungle. It was a jungle of concrete. And Mummy absolutely hated all the concrete. But it was a new build. And Mummy accepted that. So even though I was glad to sell that house, You know, I do kind of miss it. I miss the convenience of where everything used to be. But anyway, so we're going through the woods. We're going through the forest to see another adult. Where we live as well, they have quite a lot of... They do pheasant farming. So during the pheasant hunting season, there's quite a bit of activity around here, which is always quite exciting. I mean, you kind of hear like a few bangs first thing in the morning, bang, 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 and somebody's obviously struck a pheasant. I mean, it's impossible literally not to hit them. You know, I have to try when I'm driving not to like run these things over. So you hear a bit of activity in the morning, bang, 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 someone's managed to, you know, bag one. And then you hear a lot of silence for the rest of the day. Yeah. Hi. Hi. How are you? Yeah, we're going for a little walk. Yes, we are. A little walk through the woods with my favourite person. Well, my second favourite person. No. My favourite person who is only 4 months old. Yeah. I don't have any other favourites who are 4 months old. Yeah, ndiwewega baby. Number 1, 2, 3, just enough 4. Poti piri tatu ina ndiwewega. Yeah. Poti piri tatu ina ndiwewega. Yeah. Knock all the competition out of the pram. What can I do? Chi. Wanna chi? Meeting. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, baby. Manje unenga kufamba. And pananga kwanso famba, unenga kufamba na mama. Hausare mprem. I know. I'm still sumuza shangwa. No. I'm still sumuza sha. Urimusi no suit. Mwananga no kara kusumuza mfungenyo. She loves being carried. I can't carry you. You're in your snowsuit. You're too slippy. Sorry, sweetie, I can't. Anyway, now we're by the stream. Can you hear? Yeah. That's the stream. Water. Oh, sorry, Nana. Okay. I'm gonna have to speed this little party up a little bit because I'm being told off right now. Normally this is like a speed walk, so the pram really gets to do its little bouncy business, which I think she finds quite soothing. Ovs. And besides, we're getting to that point where we're nearly through the woods, and then we shall happen upon dear friend and have a little chatter before we go back home. See, she likes that. The faster I go, which is, you know, I tend to basically just like blast through, the faster I go, the more chilled out she becomes, because mummy was trying to be a tour guide and everything. Yeah, I'm not in. Oh, it's very nearly through the woods. Bumpity 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 bump. Bumpity 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 bump. Most times she'll be awake going there, but 9 times out of 10, Pakuzok, on the way back, she's out. The joys of being a baby. The wonderful joys. Anyway, so I shall catch up with you guys probably when she has her other nap, which might be on the way back, and then I'll do a quick little thing just to let you know. just to let you know, yeah, what I'm up to, which will probably again be quite furiously working and tidying up. Yay, the joys of motherhood, eh? Alright, see you later. Bye. So somebody decided she was not going to stay in bed, didn't you? We had gone out for our little walk, came back. She had a nice little snack. You had a nice little snack, didn't you? Yes, I know you want to eat the phone, but Mummy's not going to let you. She had a nice little snack, which lasted easily 20-30 minutes because, you know, homegirl roll like that. So anyway, she had a nice little snack and then she nodded off. And Mummy thought it was a great idea to sneak off downstairs, have a very late lunch, which I've only just about managed to finish wolfing down, whilst also doing a very quick edit, which is going out today. So, did that multitasking. I know, working while I eat. It's sinful, isn't it? It should not be allowed. Mummy should have undivided attention for food. Like she used to, yes, but she doesn't anymore. Anyway, so yeah, wolfed down my lunch, and I just about finished wolfing down my lunch, was starting the upload of today's video, which is going up today, which is Aminakadea, which is going to be awesome. Seriously, it's just so fun. It's just a really quick video, but it's like a 2-minute video and didn't need any editing, so I thought, you know what, get it out there. So yeah, I just about finished doing the edit of that and started to upload it, and somebody woke up. So you were asleep for all of 20 minutes. That's how lucky I am. You slept for about 20 minutes? Yes, but you're a good little sleeper when you want to. Well, normally, yeah, well, when Mummy's right next to you and you're just kind of snacking as you sleep, you're normally a good sleeper. Anyway, so that's our day, and it is now 3:25. I was just going to digest my lunch, which is not going to happen now. It's a very late lunch, I know. I had a lentil soup. Well, it's like a lentil and vegetable thing. It's not a soup, really. Yeah, and some... What did you call that flatbread from the Lebanese shop? You don't know, do you? Why am I even asking you? And some flatbread, and it was really quite nice. So I've had a super late lunch because everything is just moving in slow motion today. Which is all good. It's all good. Mummy's not even hating. So I'm going to give somebody a little snack. And after she's finished having her little snack, we're going to go and start to cook dinner. Because dinner nowadays takes 3 times as long when you've got a little one, doesn't it? I know. Right, say bye-bye to everyone. I know I'm a silly mummy. Bye. So now it's 4:30 and we've spent the last hour or so playing. You did row, row, row your boat. Played with a few, you know, soft, squishy, materially things. This one she quite liked, so they can do that. And it kind of makes a sound. I think, oh yeah, he makes a noise with his mouth. I'd forgotten about that. And his little foot makes a noise as well. Little Bowden, that's what we used to call him. I don't know if his name is actually Bowden or we just came up with that. I don't know why we came up with Bowden. Maybe he's actually called Bowden. And little Owlie, we're very original. Owlie, the owl. And little person on the floor. Yes, hi. And now that it's 4:30, we are going to go and cook. Because actually it's not going to take that long. Today we're having salmon and couscous. You're having milk, sorry. We're having salmon and couscous. So I've already taken out the ingredients and I suppose I just have to chop up the onions and then I'll probably start cooking it about 5:15 because Ano comes home at 5:45. Yeah, but she has milk first, doesn't she? She has milk. and then it'll be time to cook. Yeah. So I can let you play a little bit longer. Mummy has to make some phone calls. One last phone call of the day. And then I'm done, I think. All right. See you guys in the kitchen. So it is now 10 to 5-ish. And today I'm making a very simple recipe. Couscous and haddock salad. It's literally just a case of boil couscous, boil eggs. I was going to say potatoes. Boil eggs and prepare the fish. I'm not using smoked haddock, so yeah, I'm going to have to prepare the fish. But I can do that once people have come back from nursery. And then just mix everything together. Toss, 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 it's the salad. I'm also adding, it's supposed to have cooked peas, but I'm also going to be adding, does it say cooked peas? It does, doesn't it? Yes, cooked peas. It's supposed to have cooked peas, but I'm doing cooked peas and broccoli because I feel like having broccoli as well today. So that's going to go into there. So that's going to be tonight's meal. A couscous and haddock salad. I'm going to take the chance to try Ano with some of this. Your sister won't eat it though. So I've got a backup pasta in the fridge because she always has pasta. So what I'm going to do now, because I'll have a bit of time while I'm baby wearing, so most of Mummy's work gets done while she's baby wearing, I'm going to chop the onions and the broccoli and maybe just like parboil the broccoli and the peas. So that's ready for everything to just kind of get mishmashed together. And I think at this point of the evening, Mummy deserves to have herself some squash. I don't really do sugar, but today I deserve some ginger cordial, don't you think? Yeah, I can see you agreeing with me there. All right, so we're going to prepare food, and at 5:30, see, I live my life in half-hour slots, I really do, which is like 37 minutes from now. At 5:30, I'm going to come back and I'm going to put Ano's milk into a pot to warm with just some hot water. Because 10 minutes later, she'll be walking through the front door, very excited and thirsty. Because for some reason, she does not do milk at nursery. So she's absolutely desperate for it when she gets home. Right, let's get cooking. So, any minute now, Ano and her dad are gonna come bursting through those doors. So, it's in Mama's best interest to have dinner going. Just waiting for some water to boil, but we've got eggs on boil. We've got the broccoli and peas for our haddock salad. We've got the fish, which is not haddock actually, it's cod. So, it's white fish. And the onions and curry and stuff have been cut up. And Ano's milk is in hot water, as you can see, just warming it up for the next 10 minutes or so. And they're gonna be back home. So, that is our little get ready for everybody to come back home routine. And of course, you know, I'm just going to do the couscous because it takes like 5 minutes literally. I'll do it just before we serve up dinner. And then our evening is, yeah, that's it, really. Right, see you guys when she gets home in the next few minutes. Bye. So that's the backup pasta, which might or might not be called upon. I'm not sure. This is the very wide awake, having just had a nap and now trying to eat Mummy's phone, little person. Ano's come back from nursery, so now it is 1 hour later. It all kind of kicked off because around 5:30, when I was getting ready, she was getting tired, so I had to go put her to bed. And then I finished cooking, and then Ano walked through the front door. She had her milk, so the milk is gone from where it was, and she needed, you know, sort of cuddles and attention for a little bit. So have not been able to do any video or anything and had to text my mom as well. And that's Ano having a nice little sing in the background. One person who is suffering, Nenzara, who is ready to be demonstrating just how well she can eat, is this person right here. I know, you wish you could eat all of Mummy's yummy food, don't you? Don't worry, very soon you will. Not just gumming your way through all the toys. So Mummy made, which I ended up as always giving it a personal little touch, the salmon and, not salmon, sorry, this is actually cod instead of haddock. So it's the haddock and couscous salad. Added some broccoli to it. Added some extra spices to it just to make it yummy, which Mummy quite likes. So that's dinner being served half an hour late. See, I can always tell, even first thing in the morning, as soon as my eyes open, that I'm going to be half an hour late. So I've been running half an hour late since like 5 o'clock this morning, and the trend has prevailed. But now it's time for us to eat, and surely it'll be time for us to go to bed. Laters. So right now we're basically supposed to be cycling down after a very long, very busy day. And this does not look like cycling down to me. This looks like somebody is still having a little chit chat and is very ready to keep bouncing. But technically, we're supposed to be winding down. It is now 8:15 on one of Mummy's longest days ever. And little Miss Dunning is still wide awake. Normally the drill is she feeds, she falls asleep, and I move her to the next to me sleeper, and she goes to sleep. The end. Meanwhile, Daddy will be getting Ano ready for bed. So I don't know if you can hear sort of background voices. And that would be Ano getting ready for bed, because she comes upstairs at past, and then she takes about an hour to settle down. So about 8:30ish, allowing for time to run around and obviously mess about and be childish. But we have it up here for about 2 hours now, and somebody is not in the mood to go to sleep. Mama rushed her way through dinner for this. Play hide and seek under the covers. Oh well. Say la vie. Yes, say la vie, darling, whatever. Oh no, that's que sera, sera. It is what it is. Whatever will be, que sera, sera. Well, I suppose for everybody watching this, good night. It's nice to have a plan to follow, but 9 times out of 10 it's just rolling with the punches, because these little people will basically dictate the pace. And so for all your best laid plans, reality happens. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I gotta do the spiel, don't I? If you enjoyed watching this, then like, subscribe, please comment and let me know which parts you enjoy, so I know what videos to make for you guys. Because right now I'm just trying a little bit of everything. A, to find out what I enjoy, but also B, to find out, what kinds of stuff you enjoy me doing. I'm gonna do a little bit of everything that I can anyway. I can't do all the things, obviously. So yeah, you take care and have a wonderful rest of your day. Laters. And a big so-called good night from Vongai. Good night.